Hi everyone, my name is Catherine and we are sitting at this makeup desk in front of this gorgeous window on a rather windy spring day, and I'm kind of in those funks. Especially yesterday I was in a big funk, but today I'm feeling a little bit more myself and I just want to kind of repeat what we did last time, which is makeup therapy and just seeing where it goes. I have some inspiration from this palette given our last look using this shade right here. I actually want to use this one right here, which is like a bronze shade, and just go for, a bronzy glowy kind of makeup look and decompress while the little one is down for a nap again. So this is our temporary filming situation, which I'm not complaining because it works perfectly. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to prep the skin using the It Confidence in a Cream, and I used this last video. It's, like I said, very luxurious feeling, very thick and moisturizing. But if you do want deeper hydration, I would add, like I mentioned, a serum or an oil to this. But it is really nice and sits amazing underneath the makeup. And then I'm going to do the eyes first and then go into the skin. And I'm going to pop on my little headband here. Funny story about this headband. I got this a really long time ago, before they were, popular on social media, and I didn't know what the bow was for. Because apparently you're supposed to mold it and use it at the back and like mold it with your hair to hold your hair back, but I thought it was just, an accessory in the front. And anyway, I ended up taking it off a long time ago, so I'm just left with this part of it, which is fine and works perfectly. But I just think that's funny that a lot of us just didn't know what that bow was meant for. And anyway, so we're gonna do the eyes first, and I'm gonna go in with the Try by Juvia's Place palette again. And this is the same palette I used for the last video, but I saw this bronze shade right here that I wanted to dip into, and it's called Chaga. I'll swipe swatch. I'll swatch it for you. It has a tinge of green and orange in it, but I'll swatch it right here so you can see. I hope that's picking up. Yeah, it's really pretty. It has like green and pink in it. It's like a duochrome. Yeah, it's really not picking up on the camera, but you can see that it's like a bronze shade. So I'm gonna just apply that on my eyes, and I'm filming on my phone and I do not have a mirror in front of me, so I'm just using the camera on my phone to record this and also to apply my makeup. So it's probably not gonna turn out, very precise, but I can see good enough. And I'm not applying anything on the lid, like concealer or eyeshadow primer. Just kind of going in with the eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna use a brush to just fix the harsh edges and help better blend the shadow. And I'm gonna go in with hopefully one that doesn't have anything on it. This one looks promising. I'm gonna dip a little bit of eyeshadow or the brush into some eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna just soften the edges here. And then, because it did take some of that shimmer off, I'm just gonna reapply some in those little pockets on the lid where the shimmer kind of disappeared after blending it with the brush, and just applying it back with my finger. I want to apply some of the shadow on the lower lash line, but I'm going to wait to apply the concealer and everything first, and then I will go back in with that shadow. But as you can see, the shadow is very pigmented. That's just one swatch over my tattoo. Anyway, so that's how the eyes look. Let's do the face now. I want to apply a little bit of my Makeup Revolution Super Balm. The name of the product has kind of rubbed off, but I just want to apply a little bit of this underneath my eye, and I know that's really odd to say, but I'm just going to apply the tiniest bit under here because I do have dry under eyes right now, and this is a very moisturizing product, but it is a balm, so you know it's more on the stickier side. But it's just going to help with my little dryness underneath there. Yeah, okay. And then I'll apply some on my lips as well. And then we're going to go in with concealer. And I'm going to use our Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is one of my all-time favorites. And this one is in the shade 20 Sand. And I'm going to apply that on top and blend that out with, I don't know, a sponge or my hands. I haven't wet my sponge, but it'll be fine. I'm going to use this little one by Real Techniques. And then we're going to go in with this. It's the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm, and it's infused with firming serum. I got this on sale from Shoppers. I forget how much, but it was less than 20. And this is in the shade 10 Fair. It is a little bit fair for me, but it's also not full coverage, so I'm kind of able to get away with it right now. I'm sure once I build a tan, most likely not going to get away with it, but I do find it's a really nice product. It comes in a glass jar. It provides light to medium buildable coverage. I wouldn't go as to say it's full coverage, and it's a balm, so it is on the creamier side. I like to apply it with either a brush or a beauty sponge. And it does have a nice smoothing effect. If you have dry skin, you would really like this because it is moisturizing, but I still would prep the skin before you go in and apply this with your favorite moisturizer. Like, as you can see, it is a little bit fair for me, but I'm gonna get away with it today. And it's quite easy to blend out as well. It doesn't take a lot of effort. So this is how the skin looks. I'm going to go in with this. It's the Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. And I'm going to apply that on top of the cheeks using the same brush I went in with my foundation for. And this one is by Morphe, I believe. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH03 brush. And then we're going to go back in with the shadow, the same one, and we're going to apply some of that on the lower lash line as well. Okay, so next up is going to be bronzer and contour, and I'm going to use this product and this product. So this is the Maybelline City Bronzer. It's a bronzer and contour powder, and it's in the shade 200, and I'm going to apply this to contour and bronze a bit using this brush by Quo. I like these kinds of brushes for bronzer, especially Quo. They have a really beautiful quality bronzer, or not bronzer, brushes. If you are from Canada, you can buy them from Shoppers, and Quo sells multiple brushes in kits during the holiday season, so that's when I used to really like to purchase the brushes, when they were in bundle packages, because you end up getting more for your money. I noticed that with bronzer, I like to apply it more on the sides of my forehead rather than up here in the center, just because I do tend to have a bit of a shorter forehead, like it's not as wide. And I find that when I apply bronzer, it kind of shrinks everything, especially in this area. So I kind of like to keep that open. So I just apply it in on the sides here. I find that it's more complimentary for me. So if you have the same situation, that's maybe a tip for you to kind of experiment with, because I used to apply it kind of all over, but I mean, you learn as you go, right? I just find that keeping this area open is more flattering on me. And this bronzer is nice. It builds up great, but you can definitely get a little bit too heavy-handed with it. That's why I kind of like going in lightly, a little bit at a time, because if I were to really, go in there the first time and apply it, it would, I think, look a bit muddy. So I just go in with a little bit at a time, and I think that has a better result. And I also stopped contouring my nose. It never really was a consistent thing for me. I would do it on and off sometimes, but I just stopped because, I don't need to. I don't know. If you do it and it works for you, that's great. Just for me, I prefer the way my nose looks without it. So I just kind of bronze around it and maybe loosely contour on the sides, I guess. But the whole drawing it on and spending so much time kind of contouring my nose is just not a thing. And it never really was. I would attempt at it sometimes and I would end up just unhappy with the way it looked in the end. So not doing it anymore. It's not for me. I'm using the remainder of the product on my brush and just contouring the bottom down here around my chin. There we go. What else do we want to do? This right here is by MAC, and it's the foiled shadow in the shade Saint-Tropez. I've mentioned this on my channel, I think before, but this is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows by MAC, and just in general. I think the quality of this product is amazing, and the shade of it is so beautiful. It has this mauvey undertone to it, and it's just this pure bronze, silver bronze shade. It's beautiful, and I have used it as a blush before, as a bronzer, all over, and I love it. So I will swatch it for you here. Again, this doesn't really do it justice, but It's just so beautiful. So I'm going to use this as my blush bronzer today, if that even is a thing. And we're going to apply that, and I think it's going to complement the eye really nicely and just the look that we're going for. I'm kind of running out of light here. I'm just going to apply that kind of where we applied the Too Faced product. And then on this side as well. And this brush is by Brooklyn Beauty, and it's the powder brush. I bought this from Dollarama, and it's great. It does not shed when I wash it, does not shed when I apply my makeup. It's quite of a denser powder brush, which I love, and it has a large circumference at the top, so I'm able to do, I'm able to do bronzer, blush, powder with this brush, and I really kind of just use it for everything, really, and it's great. So just kind of blending out these harsh lines here with whatever's left on my brush, and a little bit on the nose, and then again I'm going to apply a little bit on the sides of the forehead, and then a little bit above my lip. I'm going to use a smaller brush for that part. For the under eye, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to apply any under eye powder just because that area right now is sitting more on the dry side. So I'm just going to let it be. And then if I have to pat the creases through the day, that's what I'll do, just with my finger. For my lips, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner, and I have this one in the shade 118 Raw Chocolate, and we're going to line the lips and then go in with the balm and skip a lipstick. We have bigger, robust lips today, and it's okay. So I'm going to go in with the Age Perfect Balm and apply a little bit of that in the center of my lip. And that's just going to lighten up the lip a bit. Do one of those and apply the Makeup Revolution Balm on top. Again, just a little bit. We are going to curl the lashes, and I'm using the Tweezerman lash curler. Going to make sure that all of them are in there. I'm going to press down and then tilt inward just slightly, and then pulse about 5 to 10 seconds, and then release. And then again, make sure all the lashes are in there. Squeeze down and then turn inward and pulse. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. We're going to brush the brows again. I think I'm going to apply a little bit of this balm in the lashes. Instead of using my Got To Be spiking glue, I'm just going to use the balm instead, because I want them to have a little bit of hold and a little bit of shine. Obviously, you know, these are not going to last all day, the shape of them, but I just prefer the look of this over the balm or over the spiking glue today, less of a firm, more relaxed look. And then for mascara, I'm using the Marcel Thickening and Lengthening Mascara. And I need my little compact mirror again to apply this. And we're just going to look down into the mirror and apply that, maybe a couple layers of that on the lashes. You don't catch me a lot of the time showing you what I'm wearing, just because most of the time I'm in sweats. But today I kind of threw something on, and I'll just show you quickly. It's nothing to write home about, but here we are. So these are thrifted. I got them for $2, and they most likely were previously owned by someone in a nursing home, which 80% of my style is nursing home attire, which I'm not mad about. Super comfortable, they're high-waisted, and I like the shade of brown. And this is from Pink by Victoria's Secret. This was on sale, and it's just this brownie beige caramel color, or camel color. And then this is from American Eagle, and it's 3 sizes too big. And I like that it's a bit longer on the back. And these hoop earrings, I forget where they're from. So that is it. This is the outfit that we are going to wear to run everyday errands. Costco, no frills, gas station, home. It's great. It's great. Love that for us. I'm just trying to zhuzh up the hair, but I think it's just going to end up falling flat in about 2.5 seconds, which, you know what? It is what it is. This is the completed makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe and let me know your name and where you're from in the comments down below. I'd love to connect with you. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.